Hi Hal, welcome to Tech-Acceptors. Today we are going to discuss about why Java people has introduced collection framework. So before going to the discussion, please subscribe our channel. Okay. In Java, we have total 8 types of data types. Right? What is first one? Boolean. Second one is int. Third one is long. Fourth one is flo- float. The fifth one is double. Sixth one is byte. Seventh one is short. Eighth one is char. So in Java we have total 8 types of data types are there. These are the list. What is the first one? Boolean, int, long, float, double, byte, short, char. So float and double are called floating point data types. Let's leave it the discussion. So what these data types will provide to the developer. Actually, in our while writing a Java program in our application, we may use some literals are constants, right? So if we want to perform some mathematical operation in one method, let's write public void add some method. Okay, if we want to add some 10 plus 20, why we need to declare literals, right? Yes, we should declare. We have another one more method, public void multiply method. What we should do? Here also we should declare literal say. How many places we should declare? In all the places wherever we want to perform some literal or constant operation, in all the places we should perform. So this is the disadvantage of going for literals. That this way Java people has introduced some data type. What is the use of data type? If we write a class, some sample class, and if we declare some int s is equal to 10 and int y is equal to 20, right? And wherever you want to perform the operation, wherever you want to add or multiply or want to do any kind of operation by using these values, you can just refer this, you can just refer this as x or this y instead of using this. If you want to perform, if you want to modify from 10 to 20 or 20 to 30, you don't need to modify in all the methods of a class. You just need to modify at one place. The values will be reflected in all the places because you are not referring values, you are referring variables, right? So if I have a public void add method, here you want to perform simply x plus y, the change will reflect here. Okay, if you want one more method multiply, just refer x into y. So you don't need to change in every method. You don't need to perform um, modification in every method. You just declare variables by using data type. Those will be those will be usable across the class entire application, right? So this is the advantage of going for data type. But what is the disadvantage? Well, let's try disadvantages. Okay, so as if you see, the name itself will indicate int, so it will store only integer values. The name itself will indicate boolean, it stores only boolean values. What are the boolean values? Either true or false. The name itself will indicate it will store only long values, it won't store int or double or some other. So yeah, double, only stores double values. Yeah, it stores only floating point values, float values like 1.5 f like that. Okay, so this is the main advantage of disadvantage of data type, primitive data types. Okay, eight types of primitive data types, right? Primitive data type can store only one value of same type. This is the main disadvantage of primitive data type. So to overcome this limitation, we have arrays. Okay, let's go for arrays. Array is also one type of data type. Okay, which is non-primitive data type. This is not related to primitive data type, which is non-primitive data type. So arrays arrays are used for to store multiple values. If you want to store multiple values, or if you want to store bunch of values, or if you want to store group of values, then you can go for arrays. But arrays can store multiple values of same type. Okay, arrays can store multiple values. But what type of values? Which type of values? Same type of values. What I mean to say is, if we create array for integers, it will store only integer values. If we create array for floating point numbers, float values, it will store only float values. If we create boolean, it will store only boolean values. Like uh, let's take double instead of int. Double d is equal to new double of some. We should declare some two. Which type of values you can store here? You can store only double values. D of 0 is equal to some 1.3. Okay, D of 1 is equal to 1.7. Is it possible? Is it possible? No, absolutely no, because you have declared array length is 2 and array index will start from 0. So this is the first index, this is the second index. That's over. Where is the index to store that value? There is no third index, right, to store the third value. So then we will get exception. That is the reason arrays are fixed in size. You cannot store beyond the length of the array. Okay, in arrays, if first at the initialization phase itself, at the initialization phase itself, you should define length of the array and you cannot store beyond the length of the array. That is the one main reason in you should remember in arrays. Okay, and we can create object of array in two ways. This is the first way to create. The second way is float f is equal to double quotes. You can directly write values here 10.5 f 12.4 f, like you can store how many values you want. Okay, so let's simplify the things. Advantages by using arrays we can store multiple values of same type. This is the advantage of when we go for arrays. What are the disadvantages? Okay, what are the disadvantages of arrays? The first one, Arrays are fixed in size. That is, once you create an array, you cannot change the length of the array. You cannot change the length of the array, and you cannot store different types of values in arrays. These are the two limitations of arrays. Okay, so to overcome two data types limitations and to overcome arrays limitations, Java people have introduced collection framework. So collection framework. Collection framework is provide some bunch of classes and some interfaces by which we can store and we can retrieve multiple values of multiple data types. Okay, collection framework has provided multiple interfaces and multiple implementation classes which are used for storing the storing slash retrieving retrieving multiple types of values. So if you use one of the implementation class of the collection framework, you can store any value. If you declare, if you can store integer values, you can store student object, you can store employee object, you can store float values. No restrictions in collection framework. Okay, so let's see what are the interfaces, what are the implementation classes collection framework has provided. So collection is the parent class, a parent interface of hierarchy. Okay, let's see. Then list is the one implementation class. Okay, then set is one more implementation class of collection interface, and set is interface, list also interface. Okay, let's see what are the implementation class of list. Okay, first one is array list, second one is linked list, third one is vector, fourth one is stack. These are the implementation classes of list. Okay, then let's see what are the implementation classes of set. As set, okay, then linked hash set. Okay, we can see map also one interface in collection framework, but it doesn't include in collection. It doesn't implementation of collection interface. It's one of the interface present in collection framework, right? So let's see what are the implementation classes of map. One is hash map, another one is weak hash map, okay, another one linked hash map. These are the this is how the uh, architecture will looks like in collection. Sorry guys. This is the total architecture of collection framework. Collection is the interface of superclass of collection framework, which contains two child interface. One is list, one more is set. List contains array list, linked list, vector stack, and set contains asset, linked asset. And is map doesn't include as part of collection interface, but it is a part of collection framework, which contains hash map, which weak hash map, linked hash map. And one more thing you should remember is there is one more class collections, which is utility class. Okay, so in collections we can store any type of values, any number of values, and we can retrieve any number of values. So so here we can store if we declare, let's see, array list, let's see, list l is equal to new array list. What will happen? It will get one list object, but you can store l dot add of 10. It will store l dot add of 20.5, which is double. It will store l dot add of student. It will store student object l dot add of employee object. It will store no restrictions in collection. 10 is integer, 20.5 is double. Student is student object, employee is employee object. You can store any type of value, and you can retrieve any number type of values, because add method is object type, the signature is, and retrieve method is the return type is object. So you can store any type of value, and you can retrieve any type of value. So this is the main advantages of collections. Okay, I think you guys understand what is collection. This is the introduction of collection, right? I will give more detail what is list, what is the implementation class of list, what is set, what are the implementation of set, and those will internally work. What is a map, what is a hash map, when we should go for hash map, how internally hash map will work in the next coming videos. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.